You're 18 years old, 6 months pregnant, sitting in the passenger seat of your boyfriend's car, when a man in all black walks up to the driver's window. He pulls out a gun. He presses the barrel against your boyfriend's head. He says one word: money. Your boyfriend grabs for the weapon. There's a struggle, a flash, a sound that doesn't belong in the world. The bullet enters your left arm. It tears through your side. It lodges in your chest, just inches above your unborn baby. By some miracle, the bullet misses your child, but it shatters your spine. And in that single second, your entire life is divided into a before and an after. You will never walk again. You will lose the use of your right arm. And your baby is about to come early because the trauma just sent your body into premature labor. This is the story of an 18-year-old girl named Angel. A Snapchat message, a meeting that should never have happened. And the most disturbing part? More than a week later, the man who pulled that trigger is still out there. She was a high school student, Springfield High School, in Holland, Ohio. A quiet stretch of Lucas County just outside Toledo. Blue and white, the Blue Devils. About 1,200 kids walking the same hallways every weekday morning. She wasn't a headline. She wasn't a statistic. She was somebody's daughter. And she was about to become somebody's mother. At 26 weeks pregnant, she was getting ready for the kind of life most teenagers can't even picture yet. Doctor visits, onesies, a nursery, her boyfriend, 19 years old. The two of them, kids on the edge of adulthood, preparing to bring another life into the world. They lived in the kind of place where bad things happen to other people. Other neighborhoods, other families, other names on the news. Saturday, June 6th, 20-26. A message came through on Snapchat, somebody they had connected with online, somebody they thought they knew, or at least knew well enough to meet. The plan was simple. Drive across town, meet up, maybe 5 minutes. According to the Toledo police report, they drove to a single address, 2550 Greenway Avenue, a street like any other. They pulled up. They waited. And then, he appeared. A man in all black. He didn't introduce himself. He walked straight to the driver's side window. He raised a handgun. He pressed it against the boyfriend's head. He demanded money. The boyfriend, just 19 years old, did the only thing his instincts told him to do. He grabbed the gun. He fought back. And the man pulled the trigger. The bullet entered Angel's left arm, traveled through her side, came to rest in her chest, just above the baby. This is where it gets calculated. According to police reports, this was not a random act of street violence. This was a meeting, planned, coordinated, through a single tap on a screen. Somebody used Snapchat to lure two teenagers to a specific address at a specific time and waited for them. The suspect wore all black, no identifying clothing, no face shown publicly. He stayed quiet. He fired one shot and disappeared back into the streets of Toledo. He left behind a paralyzed teenage girl, her boyfriend covered in her blood, and an unborn baby, still alive by inches. Hold on a second. I want you to stop and think about this. How many of you, right now, have accepted a message from somebody you have never met in person? How many of you have agreed to meet up with somebody whose real voice you have never even heard? Drop a comment below and let me know. Because what happened to Angel was not a freak accident. It was a trap. And the person who said it walked away. Let me tell you exactly what that bullet did. Angel's mother said it best, in her own words, to WTVG. The bullet entered the left arm. It went through her side. It lodged in her chest. By the grace of God, it missed the baby, but it caused a spinal fracture at the T12 vertebra, the 12th thoracic vertebra. That is the lower part of the middle back. A fracture at T12 can mean permanent paralysis below the waist. In Angel's case, that is exactly what happened. She is paralyzed. She has limited use of her right arm. And the physical trauma sent her body into premature labor at 26 weeks. A baby born at 26 weeks is considered extremely premature. Survival is possible, but the medical road is long. NICU stays, breathing support, developmental delays. Angel is now facing 2 recoveries at once, her own and her child's. Her family says she may never physically be able to care for her own baby. Take that in for a second. She gets to be a mother, but only from a wheelchair. Here's what we know about the legal side of this case. The Toledo Police Department is investigating. As of the most recent public update, no one is in custody. No one has been arrested. No suspect has been publicly named or charged if and when this person is caught. The charges they would face under Ohio law are some of the most serious on the books. Aggravated robbery under Ohio, Revised Code 2911.01. A first-degree felony, punishable by an indefinite prison term that can stretch up to 16.5 years. Felonious assault under Ohio Revised Code 2903.11. When serious physical harm is caused with a deadly weapon. A second-degree felony with significant prison exposure. And because a firearm was used, mandatory firearm specifications under Ohio Revised Code 2929.14, which can stack up to 7 additional years on top of any sentence. Depending on what investigators recover from the scene and from digital evidence, attempted murder charges under Ohio Revised Code 2903.02 are also on the table. But here's the legal reality. There is no suspect. There is no bond hearing. There is no court date. There is no defendant to extend a presumption of innocence to, because there is no one yet charged. There is only an open investigation. And every passing day, the trail gets colder. Her family has launched a GoFundMe to help with her medical bills, her physical therapy, her wheelchair, and the accessibility changes their home now needs. The investigation is ongoing. If this story affected you, hit the like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the update when an arrest is made, and share this video with a teenager you love, because the next message might come for them. Angel will spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair. Her baby will grow up, never knowing the mother she might have been, before one Snapchat message changed everything.